Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is Riaz Mahmood. Welcome to our channel 10 Minutes Fact Check. The name of our program is No Compromise on National Security, Sovereignty and Integrity about India and Bangladesh relations. Today we have a magnificent guest with us. He is a freedom fighter, a retired major of Bangladesh Army, Mohd Akteruzzaman. He is also a member of Defense Committee and also Finance Committee. So, Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum. How are you? Hello.
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
All right. So, today we are here to talk about the internal relationships between India and Bangladesh. So, we have been looking for some opinions from you, which are valuable for the nation, valuable for the mass people. We want to learn from your aspect. So the first question for you is, sir, what do you think? Why some members of parliaments in India, some political parties, and especially some media houses in India do propaganda all the time against Bangladesh? Why do you think they do this, sir?
Thank you very much. It's a very, very valiant and salient questions at the present time. You know who is doing what and who is working against whom. This you have to see that. If I say in favor of India, you will say I'm pro-Indians. If I say in favor of Bangladesh, I will be radical. Question is that why India should speak about us and against us. There is no reasons. Indians are not stupid. They are not unwise. They cannot speak against Bangladesh. They will never speak against Bangladesh. What I have followed in last 8 months, India is replying back to our questions. India is trying to explain their positions, whatever we are talking. We have seen even the Jamaat leader, Mr. Taher, made an interview with the Indian journalist, Bengal, Orissa and Bihar maps, and telling that should be the Bangladesh. Now, how could you say like that at this stage in the modern days? Yes, we had been a country with Bangla, Bihar, Orissa. We had been in India, but it doesn't, we cannot say, we cannot claim back that India is our country. If I claim, none of Indians will accept it, and not they will love it. Rather, they will hate us, and they will blush back. So, whatever I have seen in last 8 months, they call so-called second independence. They are making all these nuisance, all this rubbish talking in the Facebook, in the media. If you see this, many peoples in the YouTube who speak, they so rubbishly they speak about some senior peoples, some political parties, including Indians. So what I have seen, the Indians are very strongly protesting it, and equally they are also telling very rashly and very roughly. They are also using the language. Because of this, India has to retaliate, has to answer back. Otherwise, people will say that whatever we are talking, that is true. So India is doing this, and continuously they are doing it. And unless we stop it, India is not going to stop it. India is in a better position. India is a bigger country. It's a fact. India is richer country. It's a fact. India has much more bigger population than us. It's a fact. If a singular people, one individual cannot go against the positions, against the mass people, so even a small mass people cannot go bigger mass people. We are 20 crores peoples. Yes, in 20 crores people we are divided in many, many groups. But at the same time, you must remember that Indians are 3 times, 4 times bigger than our populations. So we cannot go against them. We cannot speak against them. So whatever these Indians media is doing, whatever these MPs and politicians doing, to me, I do agree they are not doing justice to us, but they have no option. Until we stop, they have to reply back. If you could use a better language, if I am nice to you, it is expected that you will be nice to me. If I am not, then you will be dirty. You will be definitely will bounce it back to me. So your question is very valid, and India being a bigger country and our good neighbors, they should have more patience. They should have more tolerance. Then things could have been easy. Then things would have been, minimize our gaps, and we can be better living together. We can be good neighbors. India can be our good neighbors. We can be Indians' good neighbors, because we are neighbors.
Yeah.
We cannot deny this. So we have to be like that. So Indian MPs and politicians, leaders, and the medias, what they're doing, I'll request them, be rational. Our peoples, whatever they are talking, I know you have the right to answer their reply back, but don't do it excess. Don't make lies. Don't make a propaganda against our armies, against our nations, against our people. Then we have to react. As long as you react against our opinions, you react about our comments, I do accept. But don't do too much. If you do too much, then we may be small. We may be weaker than you, but it doesn't mean that we'll surrender. We'll fight. We'll fight for our survival.
So the previous Prime Minister we had, Sheikh Hasina, after she fled away, do you think after all her misgovernance and after all her corruption, the influence of India is getting in favor of her still?
Whatever the Sheikh Hasina did against the people of Bangladesh. And unfortunately, it has favored India. So India has nothing harm or nothing wrong with the Sheikh Hasina. Because as per the Indian interest concern, Sheikh Hasina served the purpose of Indians last 15 years. So Sheikh Hasina is a proven friend of India. One thing is good that India has proved that they are with their friends. They have not betrayed their friends. They have given her shelters. It is most expected, and the modern world, Western world, will welcome it, will accept it, because this is what happened, political alliance. You have seen that. The Syrian Assad has flown to Moscow. The Moscow has given them shelters. You have seen the Ayatollah Khomeini has flown to the Paris. He was given the shelters. He was not thrown out of that. You have seen the Parvez Musharraf thrown out the Niaz Sharif. He was taken shelter in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia gave him shelters. Yeah. It's always, the friendly countries, friendly peoples always give a shelter to the rulers as long as rulers work in favor of them. No doubt, in the last 15 years, Sheikh Hasina did so many things against Bangladesh people, so many things. But unfortunately, she done nothing against India. She has favored India. So India is giving her shelter, this is good. So from my side, I don't find any problem. But we cannot accept Sheikh Hasina anymore. Sheikh Hasina has to face the trial, has to face the people. Sheikh Hasina, whatever she did, I should expect that she should come and face the people. She's the son of a Bangabandhu, daughter of Bangabandhu. She should come to Bangladesh and face these things. She should face. Because she has done it for 15 years and she said with proudness that she was doing good for the country. So let her face. No matter if she is hanged. There's so many rulers have been hanged in the history. But let you face it. Lest you face it, you come to Bangladesh. I will, through you media, I'll request Sheikh Hasina, come to Bangladesh, face and save your people.
So if we come back to the context of India and Bangladesh relationship, do you think India will return Sheikh Hasina to Bangladesh for facing the trial?
India still today has not returned Dalai Lama. China was asking so many times, has not returned Dalai Lama. It is not expected that India will return Sheikh Hasina, and there is no reason. And you cannot force, you cannot compel India to return in international politics, in the geopolitics, in the diplomacy. We are not in that positions. We cannot compel India to do anything in our favor unless India wants to serve his interest. If India finds that this is in interest of India, maybe if you give some more what is called, serve his more interest, share your Chittagong port, share your transit, share your other activities. If we allow a military movement through Bangladesh to solve the Seven Sister problem, in return of that, India may do it. They may bargain. They may do this shopping with us in exchange of Sheikh Hasina. But India must get some interest. So until unless we serve Indian interest, I don't visualize, I don't see. Because we cannot compromise. We cannot allow India to go through us. We cannot allow India to use our Chittagong port. We cannot allow India to get a transit the way they want. I am in favor of giving transit, but that's you make an entry in by anti-port and get an exit port. Go through us. We'll allow you, no problem. But the way you want to go, we don't allow this. We cannot give you free access. We cannot give you duty-free access. I'm always there to give a transit to India. Why not? We are a neighboring country. We should allow someone to go in front of my house. Why not? We cannot stop the passage of my neighbors. But it doesn't mean that you will dictate me. You will just pay, I will make a road and you will use it. It cannot be. I will make a road, you pay for that. You pay that tolls. We can share. But not the way you are trying to do it. I have made a lot of discussion with this Indian. I made discussion with Indian ex-Prime Minister Akteruzzaman. We made these discussions many times in Delhi. I personally made these discussions. With me, Devapri was there. With me, this today Education Minister, the Abrar was there with me. They are with me. You can ask them, Mr. Abrar, he was also with me when I had a dialogue with Mr. Akteruzzaman. So I said in them, we cannot allow you to transit. We cannot allow you this. Bangladesh government, Sheikh Hasina has allowed it, but we cannot allow. We can allow it as long when it will be in our favor. When you pay these tolls, you pay this tax, you behave nicely, maintain a proper route, okay, welcome, no problem. But the way you want, the way the Sheikh Hasina has allowed, sorry, we cannot allow that. At least any patriot Bangladesh cannot allow that.
You have been a brave freedom fighter. You have fought for our country's liberation. So you were one of our honored and valued guests today.
But one thing I want to say here before you finish, we talk relationship with India. We very often talk that India is our friend or we are Indian friends. It is not. A neighbor can be never a good friend. There is so many interests clashing each and every day. Two neighbor cannot be a friend. Good friend is far away. Okay. There may be common interest. There may be common compliances. But cannot be good friends. A rich guy and less richer guy, two are not good friends. A two poor, one more poor or lesser poor cannot be a good friends. Because there is a clash of interest between each others. India and Bangladesh is a neighbor. We can try to be good neighbors. But we can never be good friends. Never, never. If anybody expects that we want to be friends, I say he must be stupid. Because how a neighbor can be a friend? Neighbor will have a tree whose branches will come on my house. So there are so many factors. So India is our neighbors, we cannot deny it. India has got a more population, that we cannot deny it. But we can find out the common interest, where we can work together. And I must say the two governments should find out, two people of these two nations should find out what are our common interest. Instead of disputing, instead of fighting against each other, spoiling our own assets and spoiling our people's peace and tranquility, we should find out what are the common interests in which we can work together. We can develop these two nations. We can be the good neighbors. That should be my approach. That should what I will think. I will always try to find out a good neighborly behaviors and find out common interest which can serve both peoples of two nations.
So what do you think? What are the political influences of Indian foreign policies for Bangladesh? What do you think? What the India are thinking?
Since you have introduced me like that, so I'm just telling you, my activities have started from the 66 students' movements when I was a student in Dhaka studying here. So today there is no any movement from 66 till today, till the 24. I have failed to participate. Even today, as an old man, I am participating in this. Till today, I am working in favor of people. Still, I am working for the cause of the nations, for the cause of the peoples. Inshallah, as long as I remain, my breaths are there, I'll do. Indian foreign policy is based on the Indian integrity. You know, India is a very wide country with a multi-culture, multi-religions, and multi-terrain also. The languages of the two parts is not the same. There are so many languages are in India. So India is main struggle to keep the India united. So they have to be friendly with Muslims, they have to be friendly with Christians, they have to be friendly with the communists, they have to be friendly with the Europeans, they have to be friendly with the poor nations, even with the Ugandas, they have to be friendly with the USA also. So their foreign policy is so multifarious, so multi-directional. You can imagine. He cannot just say Christians are bad, then Manipur people will shout. He cannot say Tamils are bad. The Tamil people will fight against. He cannot say Sri Lankan people are bad. The Tamil people will fight in favor of this. He cannot say Bengalis are bad. He can say Bangladeshis are bad. But India cannot say Bengalis are bad. If he says Bengalis are bad, the West Bengal will start shouting. So Indian foreign policy, one thing we must remember, one must consider, it can never be in our favor. India cannot afford to make any foreign policy which is favorable to her any neighbors. Because all the neighbors are having multifarious religions, multifarious interest, multifarious philosophy. So they have to compromise with each others. So Indian foreign policy is full of compromise and contradictions. In some places they will go for compromise, in some places they will go for contradictions. But at the back of mind, they will always try to make the ruler influential. Ruler are influenced by them. India will always try to keep the ruler of each and every country neighboring to her state is friendly to that Indian governments, whosoever is the ruler. So India will continuously try to take their favorable governments. Or peoples may not be always find the favorable governments. Governments are coming and changing. If the government would have been changed by the people vote, yes, at that time the people could get their government by their choice. But today, neither the Sheikh Hasina was the choice of the peoples, and unfortunately this government is also not for the choice of the people. This government is neither constitutional, neither revolutionary. So I don't know where they are standing. So people are also not happy with this government. They are asking change. They are asking for elections. One thing must be very clear. When someone is asking elections, it means negative to the existing governments. So existing government should realize it. Why people are asking elections? Because they are not happy with you. They are gentlemen. They are not telling you that you are not doing good. It's a propaganda they are making, but the other political parties are not happy. That's why they are asking election. So India foreign policy cannot decide with Bangladesh until unless a stable government comes. India is not a foolish. They did not give a temporary arrangement with any governments. So Indian government will never have a good relations or any relations with the existing our interim governments, because it's itself the interim governments. So nobody will make a permanent friendship with the interim governments, because he doesn't know how long he will stay. So Indian foreign policy, we are waiting. We have to see how it can change, how it can improve after the elected government comes to Bangladesh. elected governments can speak for the people, can speak for the betterment of the people, and only the elected government can do it. We have seen in Bangladesh, whenever elected government was there, they have done best for the people. And any unelected government is not acceptable, and we cannot accept today, we cannot accept tomorrow, we have not accepted in the last 15 years also.
So, as we know, so the chief advisor, Mr. Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus, he has made an official visit to China. So, we know that India, Bangladesh, China, these three countries have a nerve-based foreign relations among themselves. So, what do you think? How India will judge this visit or consider this visit of Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus?
I have told you earlier that India is not very interested in the interview governments. Even the Modi is not giving even the interview to our interim government because he is not giving any importance to it. So what they are doing, India is not really very conscious about it. But in other words, by going to the China, it will speak a day, you can understand. But it was not a wise decision to visit China. And today he has made a lecture, he may address these investment forums. And it is so ridiculous, so, I don't know what to say. To an investor, he is asking to work together to solve the Rohingya problem. There were no politicians were there. In that, there are investors. They want to invest money. So the Rohingya is their good trading issues. So he gave a lectures to unite for the Rohingya solutions. In the wrong place, he has made wrong statements. That was not a platform. He could have, in other words, he could say that I am facing a big problem for Rohingyas. So I want to give Rohingya people a solutions. So please help us invest in Chittagong so the Rohingyas can get a better life. Now you see that we are talking about 13 lakhs Rohingya has come. Initially it was 8 lakhs. Now it has become 13 lakhs. So 5 lakhs has increased. You know, have you seen the pictures? How many kids are there? How many babies are there? It is 8 years going on, Rohingyas are here in Bangladesh. So those has born in Bangladesh in last 8 years, it's about another 4 or 5 lakhs people. They are not Rohingyas. They are not Marbis. Why Rohingya? Who will accept them? They are born in Bangladesh. These 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs are not Rohingyas. They are Chittagonians.
So, as we have been saying that India has been repeatedly complaining about Bangladesh's violence against the minorities in Bangladesh. Does India think that Bangladesh is capable or able to control the situation of violence against the minorities?
Whatever India is trying to say, it is what is happening here. The minorities are here. Then why all of a sudden you come to minorities issues you bring? When India complains, then you act. If India doesn't complain, then you do whatever you feel like. Why you are not integrating these minorities with the country? You know, yesterday 26th March is gone. None of the Chittagong Hilltrekk's leader has participated in that program. So this is the significance. That means what? They are not believing in Bangladesh. So what is their futures? What they will go for it? So why are you handling with the minorities? Then why you become over-conscious, over-acting? There are minorities are here. There are maybe Hindu criminals are here. You treat them when treating with the criminals. But when you're treating as a good Hindus, you should remember they are the Hindus, but they are not bad peoples. Because of Hindu, he is not a bad. At the same time, if you hear sometimes our people what they say, we have to be friendly with everybody. The nation has to be a integrated nations. You made integration. Why you allow them to make a complaint? And why do you listen to that complaint? You ensure that it doesn't happen. You ensure that.
So, sir, being a brave freedom fighter, you have fought for the liberation of this country. What do you want to say for the nation? We want to hear some words from you.
Thank you very much for asking me these questions. I'm too small to talk about nations, to appeal to the nations. But what I personally feel, we want a society, we want a nation, is a law-binding, law-abiding society. Everything must have the legal frameworks. Don't misuse the law, don't misuse the judiciary, don't misuse the legal procedures. Sometimes, last 15 years, we have seen in the name of judiciary, the Sheikh Hasina did all the nonsense, all these things. Unfortunately, these are happening again. You know, every day in the television you will find the lawyers are speaking. Why? Lawyers is the one of the part of the court. In the court there are two versions. One is in favor, one is against. How one man can always talking? That means you are influencing the law. You are making a very wrong conception among the peoples. So you should not do that. Immediately should be stopped of addressing by these the lawyers. And television also should avoid it, because you are doing injustice to others. You are doing injustice to the against party. Someone may be criminals, but he has the right to face the court. Before the court give a verdict, you cannot say anything. So these are the things. And the another thing which is in Bangladesh has started, that is the mob justice. It must be stopped immediately, at any cost. Nobody has the right to take the law in their hand. Nobody. In the name of law, in the name of religions, none has the right to take the law or take a decision by himself and impose it on others. I'll request everybody, each and everybody, please, please, stop this mob justice. It is, you may be doing it for others. Tomorrow you will be the subject to the same things. You will face the same music. It is happening. So please, stop this. Thank you.
Sir, there are some social media influencers, like if I name someone, Mr. Pinaki Bhattacharya. He has been playing some influential role nowadays. I tell you that with his leadership or with his influence, the Dhanmondi 32 house, the house of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, was demolished by his group of people. What do you think, sir? Are they really playing a vital role?
To me, as per my knowledge goes, Pinaki is not a philosopher, not a prophet. Pinaki is just picking up the word from the wind and seeing the trend of the people where they want to go. He just pick up that trend and just give a forecast. It is not that Pinaki has told the people to go and attack Bangabandhu's house. It is the Jamaati's program. It is the Shibis program. They have taken this program much before. It is their orchestrated program. They wanted to abolish the spirit of liberation war. So liberation war is symbolic, is the 32, house number 32. So they want to abolish this. Thereby they want to say that no more the liberation war exists, no more freedom fighter exists, no more this Bangladesh 71 exists. So it is their propaganda. Pinaki, yes, he is talking in favor of something to change. I find it okay, he has the right to speak. Why would you listen to that? You have a good conscience. You know which is good or bad. How he can influence you? But whatever he is doing, I don't find anything wrong. He is telling what he thinks that should have been done. I welcome. And that's why I am talking. Someone say, why you are talking? So it is something like that. If I don't have the right to talk, then Pinaki has the right to talk. If Pinaki has the right of talk, then I have the right of talk. And if I have the right of talk, everybody in the country has right to talk. So you cannot stop right of talking. But only thing, you don't follow a prophet whom you don't believe. How can I change my belief with someone's motivations? This is my fault. It is not the fault of that person who is motivating me. It is his charisma, it is his wisdom, it is his capability that he can motivate me and change my ideology, change my belief, change my activities. So it is wrong with me, not wrong with Pinaki. And I don't find anything wrong what Pinaki is doing, what Ilyas is doing, what others is doing. And I must say at least they have the guts to speak something which I cannot speak, which many common people cannot speak. But who are taking this, who are being influenced by them, it is their baby. They should understand whether they should be influenced or not.
So we had a beautiful session with a valiant freedom fighter, retired Major Mohd Akteruzzaman sir. And from his call to the nation that we dream for a better Bangladesh, and the Bangladesh can be the best. We dream for the best Bangladesh.
Sir, thank you very much for sharing your valuable time with us. Thank you very much, sir.
Stay tuned with 10 Minutes Fact Check.